All right, Shasharala. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. And today I'm going to talk about narcissism and my experiences with people who are narcissists throughout my life. I'm sure that a lot of people have experienced or are presently in family relationships or marriages or romantic relationships with people who might be a narcissist. Narcissists, not people who are diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, we're just talking about narcissist. Okay, which is an adjective that describes a person's personality. So a narcissist is a person who they have an overinflated view of themselves, their importance, and everything else like that. They're insecure, extremely insecure, and they do not feel empathy for other people, meaning they can hurt somebody and it doesn't matter to them. They don't feel how that person feels, right? They don't think, well, if I do that, that person is going to feel this way or that way. They don't go through that process like a normal person would. And empathy will prevent you from hurting somebody, right? Because you know how it feels and you're not going to do that to somebody, so on and so forth. A narcissist does not have that, does not have empathy. So a narcissist will also, if you are, you are unfortunate enough to become the target of their insecurity, meaning they become jealous of you or envious of you, and or they see you as a threat, somebody who's going to take the attention off of them, right? And that's what they're primarily concerned with. Narcissists must be the center of attention, right? They got to be the center of attention. When you go out, everybody has to focus on them. They have to be the most brilliant person. They have to know everything. And anybody who, they have to have the most money, you know, they have to be the most and the best. And if they're not, if they feel threatened by someone, they will seek to destroy that person, not directly, but indirectly. They'll turn the person's family and friends against them, right? They'll turn people against the person. And then they'll proceed to lie, tell all kind of the worst type of lies you can imagine. They'll tell on the person, specifically for the reason to turn people away so that that person no longer has a support system. They have no friends, right? They have no support system. So now that person is an easy victim, and the narcissist can just do whatever they want. So in my experience in life, let me see. Okay. All right. So in my experience with narcissists, I've been unfortunate enough to be the object of a lot of their insecurities. So I've experienced everything from these people, narcissists, befriending me, right? Because in the beginning, the narcissist wants to, well, here's what will attract a narcissist into your life. If you don't have a brother, sister, you know, a sibling, or a parent who's a narcissist, right? That you have no control over. And that's probably even worse, right? When you have a parent or a sibling who's a narcissist, because these people will destroy you. They will flat out destroy you and turn your whole entire family against you, okay? And you'll be left, a lot of people are devastated. For me, let's go back. So in the case of when you have a friend, or let's say a romantic relationship, these people are usually attracted to you because they see you as being successful, right? They have something you want. So if they associate with you, right, they're your friend, then then they look good, right? Because a narcissist, they're only concerned about the superficial things, right? Who their friends are, what kind of car they have, how much money they have, what their job is. superficial things. They have no self-worth, right? Nothing inside of them has value. So they have to focus on outside things. So if they see you as being successful, they'll befriend you. But if you become friends with them, and if they become envious or they feel threatened by you, they will destroy you. They'll smile in your face, do everything nice, right? And stab you in the back, right? You'll start to notice that people who you introduce them to will all of a sudden begin to treat you like you're some kind of criminal, right? Or they'll look at you like, like something shady about you. And if you pay attention, you're gonna find out that this narcissist, right? Everybody who you introduce the narcissist to, who is a friend or family member, everybody who you introduce this person to, you'll notice a pattern if you pay attention, that these people will begin to turn on you, right? And you will wonder why, what happened to the relationship, right? But what has actually happened is that the narcissist, the narcissist has actually told them extremely negative stories about you, or even revealed secrets, or just flat out lies to just destroy you. You'll notice that if they have something to do with your business or your customers, you'll lose customers, they will destroy your life, and they'll smile in your face like nothing has happened. Now, I've had this experience many times, especially in the hospital, right? Especially in the hospital. And you never know when it's coming, like in the workplace or within an organization, you never know who's behind it. But if you're if you're a foreigner, like my experience is in Asia, if you're a foreigner and you're doing quite well with everything, right? And you get some people who are envious. That's normal, like in medicine, that's normal. But what's not normal is the toxicity when people start to spread rumors about you, even going to the point where they take paperwork out of your patient files, out of your charts, right, to try to destroy you. So, or you have certain documentation that you have to provide, when you're a physician, medical doctor. And a lot of times, if you get another doctor who hates you that much, right, they can talk to their friends. Usually the narcissist is a coward, a straight coward. They're not going to do something on their own. They're going to recruit other people to do things on their behalf, right? So they will actually go out of their way to destroy you, make you look bad, okay? To make you look bad. This is what a narcissist does. A narcissist is a puppet master, okay? They are very charming kind of people. They'll approach the people who you work with, who you depend on, right? Tell them all kind of nasty stories. Like, for example, let's say if you're living in Germany, right? And you're working in Germany, they'll tell your coworkers, you hate the German people, right? You hate this about Germany, because they know what sets people off. And they also know that the people are not going to go back and tell you what they said about you. So most people, unfortunately, are going to believe the narcissist because the narcissist is charming. They approach the people like they care about them, like they're such a good friend, they're so funny, they're this and that and the other. And so the people begin to trust the narcissist. And then once the narcissist sees that that person trusts them, then that's when they start to give that toxic information about you, the lies, where they start to really use that person as a tool to destroy you. So I've experienced that so much, right? So often, not just in school, with work, in the workplace, with family members and things of that sort. It can be emotionally traumatic You know, you run around, you're thinking, what's wrong, right? You're trying to figure things out. And you say, well, wait a minute, what's wrong with me, right? Why all this stuff happening to me? And fortunately for me, once I got into medicine and I started to learn about psychiatry and some of the personality disorders, I was able to look back at my life and identify narcissistic people, right? And that was liberating, because once you understand what these people are and you can identify them, it makes it easy for you, because there is no redeeming a relationship with a narcissistic person. You just have to walk away, right? Most people, unfortunately, are not strong enough to just walk away. Fighting a narcissist is the absolute worst thing you can do, because that's what the narcissist lives for. They live for chaos and a good fight. And they're very, very good at it. In fact, they spend their whole life is about creating chaos and destroying people, right? So if you're gonna fight, don't fight on your enemy's turf, right? Fight on your own grounds. So the absolute worst thing you can do is let a narcissist know that you know that they're a narcissist, and fight them. The best way, in my opinion, like what worked for me in my life, is judo, right? Use their momentum against them, but don't confront them directly, because you will not win. Okay. And the object is not even winning, because from the narcissist point of view, that's all they want to do is win. They want to crush you. They want to crush you, completely destroy everything you built in your entire life, right? Disgrace you, okay? Destroy your means of income. If you have some type of professional license, take that away from you. They want to take everything away from you, right? Have you outside, homeless, on the street, eating grass or peanuts. That's what they want to do. And that's hard for a lot of people to accept. But if it's a parent, that's what the parent wants to do to the child, right? If it's a sibling and you're the unfortunate person who they see as a threat, that's what your own sibling wants to do to you. There is no exception. And once you understand that, you have a choice, right? You can either stay in that relationship and face the consequences of it, or you can say, well, you know what? I don't want this chaos in my life, and there's nothing that I can do to improve this situation, so I'm gonna walk away from it. That is the absolute best thing to do. That's what I did. I walked away from those relationships. I didn't try to take revenge. There's no point in trying to take revenge because if you want to take revenge, now you're also getting involved in chaos, right? Let alone you're going against natural laws, right? You shouldn't harm people, but it's okay, right? The natural law is that you should practice self-defense, right? You should practice self-defense, but self-defense does not mean in every instance that you have to fight. Self-defense, sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away. And then when you walk away from a narcissist, you disarm them. They have no power. They have no ability to harm you. So you might ask, well, Dr. Yasapa, what about the relationships that they destroyed? Okay, what about that? What I would say to you is this. Anybody who believes a rumor about you, who doesn't come to you and say, hey, you know what, so-and-so told me this about you and that about you, and I just thought you should know, and I'm wondering if it's true, right? And let's say a person comes to you and then they say that, right? And then you address it, right? Honestly, okay? And then that person then proceeds to go back and create more chaos with what you told them. Okay, that's one possibility of what they might do. Another possibility is that they would not do that, but they would believe you, take your word, and remain friends with you. right? So if a person doesn't approach you to discuss it with you, then you had no relationship with that person anyway. They don't respect you, and they certainly don't love you, because if they loved you, they would make you aware of the situation, and they would not reject you, right? They would not reject you. Okay, so if a family member or loved one rejects you like that due to a narcissist, that relationship for me is not salvageable, right? That's trash. You may as well walk away from that too. But that's just the hard reality of it. But unfortunately, many people cannot walk away from these relationships, right? And they try to repair them. And in trying to repair them, they just continue the trauma, right? They continue the trauma. So if a person doesn't respect you enough to come to you directly and say, hey, so-and-so said this about you, right? I just want to know if it's true, and I thought you should know. And if they don't support you, or if you deal, like I mentioned before, if you answer their questions and then they go back and do something that creates more chaos, that person, my estimation, the way I handled it, the way I handled those situations was that I just cut them off, right? And so now I practice. This is what I practice. If you come in my life with chaos, right, I'm done with you. If you come in my life and I see that you're destroying, or I get the feeling, or you give me indication that you're a narcissist, or you're somebody who is behaving like a narcissist, I don't even give it a second thought. I'm not dealing with you, right? I'm walking away from the relationship, and that works for me. And I have happiness and peace of mind, right? I have bliss, to be quite honest with you. In my life, I have bliss, okay? True bliss. And most of that, if not all of it, is because of the suffering that I've experienced dealing with narcissists. I remember, when I was in medical school, I had this, I was in Poland, right? I was taking a physiology class, right? And the physiology professor, he was a Polish man, right? But he studied. No, he didn't study, he did training in the US, right? He trained in the US, and then he wasn't allowed to stay, so he went back to Poland. So I'm in his physiology class, okay? And we had final exam. And I scored like 90 something, mid 90s% on the physiology exam, okay? And he was offended. He was really angry. Nobody scores that high on my physiology exams, right? So the guy accused me of cheating, and he went to the dean, right? And this guy was a narcissist. He was obviously a narcissist, and probably prejudiced too, right? I won't say racist, but prejudiced, okay? But that's a whole other story about why racist and why prejudice and not racist. But definitely a narcissist, okay? So he went to the dean, told the dean that I cheated, right? Because nobody can score that high on his exam. And so anyway, dean called me to his office, right? So I had to go to the dean's office, and I explained to the dean what had happened. So the dean says, well, hey, I believe you, but, so we can just deal with this and get past it, he wants you to take the exam again. And so I told the dean, I said, absolutely not. No way, because if I agree to take the exam again, I'm going to fail. He's going to make sure I fail, right? He's going to make sure, without a doubt. And so the dean agreed. And so the dean talked to the professor, right? And so the professor said that he would give me one grade below. I couldn't get an A, right? So I had to take a B plus in his exam. So I really had no choice but to accept that, right? And but it's funny because that guy, the only reason he did that Okay? Out of all of the professors in Poland, they're all Polish, right? They're all Polish. Troglodytes, hybrids. None of them ever did anything like that to me, except, and I always scored like high, really high on everything, except the guy who did his training in the US. So what does that tell you, right? What does it tell you? But anyway, I think that guy was a narcissist as well as being prejudiced. But people do extreme things like that. He could have went to the dean and I could have been kicked out of med school because of this guy. He didn't care, right? If it would have been a different dean with a different frame of mind, right? I would have been finished. I would have been out, right? But it didn't happen like that. So the lesson I learned when I was in Poland in medical school was that you can earn something, right? But it doesn't mean you're going to receive it, right? You can earn it, but it doesn't mean you're going to receive it because people might not want you to have it, right? So I learned that I've got to take it, okay? I've got to take it. Earning it, yeah, you deserve it, you earn it. But if it's up to some people, they will not let you have it. So you better learn how to take it. And then the second lesson I learned from that that's benefited me greatly. I'm actually grateful for the experience because that taught me that the grade is not important. The grade means nothing, right? What matters is my mastery of the material, right? Because it's the mastery of the material that gives you the, that has the value, right? It's the mastery of the material that has the value because you can feel good about yourself and you can perform, right? You can do anything. If you master the material, you can do anything. Doesn't matter what the grade is. It means absolutely nothing. You have absolutely no control over your grade, none whatsoever. Makes no sense to be upset about something or even to be concerned about something you have no control over. So that was one of the best lessons of my life, right? It was humiliating and I suffered a lot, right, because of it. But it was one of the best lessons of my life because it allowed me to free myself mentally from the expectation of getting what I felt like I deserved, what I felt like I earned, okay? Because that's not the point. The point is mastery and self-discipline, mental discipline, okay? So grade doesn't matter. What matters is that I've mastered it. I've mastered the material and you can't take that away from me. Hold on a second, okay? Okay, so set apart in Mississippi comment is thank you for sharing your experience. I can relate. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Set apart in Mississippi. You know how difficult it is to deal with narcissistic people, right? They will destroy you. There is no escape from a narcissist. You become the object of their insecurity. They feel threatened by you. They will stop at absolutely nothing to destroy you. So, but anyway, I'm so grateful for that experience because now, after that experience, I was able to enter into other types of endeavors and not be concerned about outcomes, but my concern became more on mastery, right? More on mastery. And I don't want to sound like I'm boasting, but you know, when you get into, well, let's see, there's another comment. Miss Nisa, hello, I saw info on your school from Dr. G after the stream. Can you email me about your classes? Okay, most definitely, I'll do that. So right now I'm teaching the curses course, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 29. So uh, I'm writing a book right now. I'm almost finished with, this is volume three. Okay, I finished volume 2, which is the blessings, Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 through 14. Okay, so I'll do this for all 68 verses, right? So the book, it should be like a 5 or 6 volume book series. Okay, and I'm offering 4 free classes. So you can come, that's like a month. You can come, you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to buy anything. And the scholars, well, at Zion Law School, students are called scholars, okay? The reason why that is the expectation is for you to perform and behave and to learn like a true scholar, okay? So that's what you are, you're a scholar. So you come for 4 weeks for free, and the scholars say that what they learn changed their life, okay? You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy the book because I screen share. You can see the book on the screen. You don't have to pay tuition, right? Because it's free. So you're invited to come this Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm thinking about doing something like so people can attend the classes on a monthly basis, right? At a low cost, okay? But I got to figure out how to do it. But maybe we can talk about it, right? When I email you, maybe we can discuss that. Maybe you can give me some ideas on what I might be able to do. But anyway, yeah, so everybody is invited to attend the class. 4 classes for free. That's 1 month, and you don't have to pay anything. Just show up, prepared to learn. Oh no, I'm sorry. You have to. You have to subscribe. I almost forgot. You have to subscribe to the Patreon. To the Patreon tier, patreon.com/Zion Law School. It's $10, right? And what that gives you access to is the audio from every class, okay, but no downloading. The reason why that's important is because in class, you're not allowed to take notes. So this is a graduate level course that I'm teaching. You're expected to perform, pay attention, participate, ask and answer questions. I do the Socratic method of teaching. You'll present information, you'll read, you'll learn how to pronounce and speak the original Ibrayat words or Ibayata words. Okay, so you're going to learn how to do all of that, and you'll practice by presenting. But anyway, you're going to learn so much. So anyway, so yeah, that was my experience with that. But I've had so many crazy experiences when I was in medicine, so much so that I didn't want to practice medicine anymore. And fortunately, when I went back to the US, I thought I wanted to practice medicine in the US. This was like in 2015. But, well, actually, I never wanted to practice medicine. I didn't go to medical school to practice medicine. I went to medical school because I was in the business of medicine. I have a MBA, and I've always been an entrepreneur. And before medicine, I had a medical and dental practice, right? But the doctors and dentists who work for me, they were upset because, here I am with the medical and dental practice and a contract with the state and the federal government. I was in partnership with another physician, but I caught a lot of problems, right? Because I wasn't an MD, and they felt like because I wasn't an MD, I shouldn't make the money that I was making, and I shouldn't have control over what they do, so on and so forth. So they started to like rebel. So anyway, I decided I would just go to medical school and get my MD, and then that way that problem would be resolved, right? That was my thinking. But Anyway, medicine changed. I wound up staying out of the country for like 8 years. When I decided to go back, medicine had changed, and I didn't want to give vaccines. That was a major reason. I didn't want to have to give children vaccines. And in the US, that's required, right? And so I said, well, I'm not going to do medicine. That was the biggest reason why I left medicine in the US. But yeah, it just so happens that now this coronavirus vaccine is an issue. And I'm just glad that I'm not in the position where I have to give a child, or now even an adult, a vaccine, because, well, I can't say, because YouTube might, I don't know what their algorithms are, and they might take the video down, but I think it's clear what I'm trying to say, right? About the dangers associated with certain types of drugs. And then there's secret courts. It's pretty much secret, right? Because the public doesn't know. So you really don't have a remedy, a meaningful remedy, if you or your loved one, your child, is injured or terminated due to one of those drugs, right? But anyway, that's a whole other story. So I have so many stories about medicine and personal relationships with narcissists. And actually the worst thing for me was the people who I trusted, who believed the narcissist, right? And completely turned their back on me. And even helped the narcissist try to do things to destroy me. But I can understand that, like, if you're in a foreign country, because a lot of things come into play. Like when I was in Philippines, that's how I learned about nationality and how important nationality is, by being in the Philippines, because there are people who are much darker than me in Philippines. But because of the nationality, they would treat me like extremely bad. And I used to wonder, I used to say, these people are darker than me, most of them, right? But it felt like they were being racist toward me, okay? And I couldn't understand it. And then finally it dawned on me. I said, wow, it's not that they're racist, it's because I'm an outsider. They're Filipino and I'm a foreigner, right? Finally dawned on me. And then that's why they gang up on me. That's why everybody wants to take advantage of me, try to set me up, try to take my money, and they work together, right? But let me read this comment. Set apart in Mississippi. Wow, you've never shared that before about the vaccines. That says so much about you and your heart. Praise the Most High. Oh, yeah, all praises to the Most High. But yeah, that's well, there's a lot people don't know about me, you know, because I really don't discuss my personal life, because in my past, when I've discussed my personal life, people have used it against me. So I've gotten into the habit of just quiet about me. And you know, I used to think, you know, why do people, like, people who I'm friends with, I've helped, I've loaned money, I let them stay at my place, I've done all these, I've helped them do their work, right? I've done all these nice things for people, but in the end, why is it that so many of them turn against me? I used to wonder about that all the time. And I guess I used to think it was because, well, they were jealous, or maybe because I'm smart, right? More smart than they are, or something like that. And then only recently I realized that that's not what it was at all, right? What they were, I think, intimidated by or envious of was the fact that I was happy. And I am rather I'm a happy person. And no matter what anybody does to me, I'm always consistent and stable. What do they say? Fall forward, right? That's my personality. I fall forward. And the strong type, no matter what you do to me, but I wasn't always like that, right? But I learned how to be like that. And by the time, fortunately, by the time I started to meet these type of people, I had already developed the mentality and the discipline to be strong and not let what people do to me affect what I do. So I always keep pushing forward, keep my mind on my goal, regardless of what other people do to me or how they try to destroy. I can tell y'all some stories, right, about how people have tried to destroy not only me, but my work, right? Not only in medicine, but even in Zion Law School. But I've been attacked so much that I've learned how to ignore it and ignore those people. I don't get mad anymore. I just when people attack me or they do something to try to harm me, I just blow it off. But I'm able to do it because I've experienced so much suffering, right? And so much pain and hardship that I never talk about. I mean, people, like I have friends, and for some reason they think that I came from this easy background, this easy life, right? And my presentation right now, they say they can't believe the things that I tell them about me when I was coming up and as a young man, and even recently about the ways that I've had to suffer, you know. But I also learned that suffering is good. Even when you suffer at the hands of a narcissist and you don't realize it and you're wondering, you really, I found myself through suffering. I found my nationality through suffering that I experienced throughout my life. Okay, I found strength and confidence through suffering in personal relationships, romance, marriage, and family. Okay, I mean, I could tell y'all some real stories that are just terrible. But so everything in my life that had to do with narcissists was not all bad because it was through the through those narcissists destroying my life, right? Everything that I worked for before I realized that they were a narcissist, and I had to rebuild. And when somebody destroy, like for example, you have a business and then somebody destroys it. Okay, now how are you going to eat? Where are you going to sleep? You have no income, right? So you have a choice. You can either die, roll over, right? Or you can dust yourself off, get up, and do it again, build it again. And fortunately, the decisions that I made as a result of people destroying my business, this is when I was talking about when I was younger. The decisions that I made was to get up and start over and to focus on rebuilding. And even though I went through, the pain and trauma of that you go through when you end a relationship, when somebody betrays you, right? Somebody close to you betrays you. That's the worst thing. Especially if it's a wife or a mother or a father, when they betray you, and then they disgrace you, telling outright lies, right? They start calling your job, calling your friends, calling your customers, saying all kind of nasty lie about you to destroy you so you have no income. Because, I forgot to mention, with a narcissist, it's all about winning. They don't care about you at all, right? For them, it's about winning. It's a transaction. Okay, and they are the most vindictive people you can ever meet. Pure evil, but they present like this great person. They want the whole world to think that they're this great person, right? That's their public image. But in the relationship, they're a devil, a real devil. And they will stop at nothing. Even a narcissist will kill you. In fact, I left 2 relationships, family relationships, with people who were narcissists, completely cut them off because I felt that if they had the chance, they would kill me. Okay. But check it yourself. A narcissist will kill you if they get the chance. That's just how hateful and vindictive narcissists are. But the public image that they present is that they're a perfect person, right? Perfect person. And they get other people to do their bidding. They're masters at getting other people to do their bidding. But if a narcissist can terminate your life without getting caught, they will do that. If they can cause you bodily injury without getting caught, they will do it even themselves. Never forget that. I experienced that myself, right? So anyway, when I realized that, I ended the relationship and never went back. Absolutely never went back. And I never will go back. Okay, I never will go back. I will never let one of those relationships, I will never let them come back into my life, right? So, so, eventually I got to the point where I can look back and smile because I made the best of it, right? I grew from it. And through all of that hardship, I found myself, right? And I became a happy person inside. And so now I'm happy spending time with me. And regardless of what anybody says about me, whatever anybody does, I'm still happy. And the narcissist can do whatever they want. The best strategy you can handle with a narcissist is to just don't let it get to you, right? Just ignore them. Don't even acknowledge them because a narcissist wants attention. And once you start to give a narcissist attention, they have an opportunity to get in your life. And once they get in your life, if you become the object of, like I said earlier, if they feel threatened by you, they're going to destroy you. Okay. And this is what's hard to accept about a narcissist. Some narcissists, before they even meet you, they plan to meet you just to destroy you. That's hard to deal with. But some people, before they even say hello to you, they look at you and they don't like you because they feel threatened by you, and they will charm you, so on and so forth. But from the beginning, the motive is to destroy you. Okay. So anyway, I can't think of anything else I want to talk about. There's so much more I could talk about, but I don't want to talk about it right now because I don't want to damage people who know the people that I'm referring to, right? I don't want to damage them, do them harm by telling names and specifics and stuff like that. But I would really like to. And but anyway, I got so many stories about narcissists. But the main thing I would like to say is that anybody out there who has a narcissist husband or a narcissist wife, a narcissist child, or a narcissist boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, in my experience, like I said before, it's better to just leave, right? better to leave, because that person will destroy you, and you'll be lucky if they don't kill you. And they will feel no regret whatsoever, right? None whatsoever. In fact, they're going to feel like a winner, because their whole goal is to win and to destroy you, you know? So that's what I did. And you can survive a narcissistic relationship, be it a parent or sibling. You can survive it just by ending it. Cut all communication, like I did. And I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just talking. In fact, this is for entertainment, right? I'm telling you about my experience with dealing with narcissism and narcissistic people, right? And so it's not medical advice. If you have a problem, you should seek, call your doctor, right? Or go to the hospital. Let me see, what is this? Thank you for sharing. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, call the doctor, or go to the hospital, do something like that. But this is not medical advice, right? This is just my experience. And anyway, so yeah, you can survive it. But the best way to survive it is to just cut it and run, right? And if you, usually a narcissistic person, when you first meet them, it's going to be completely superficial, right? They usually tend to dress extremely well. They're concerned about how they look, their jewelry, their bags, right? It's going to be extremely superficial. They'll talk about superficial things, okay? And then what they do, they'll reflect back to you what they think you want to hear, okay? Or whatever you say, they'll mirror it back to you, because they want to draw you in, make you feel like, oh, like this person is incredible. They really understand me, right? But they're really, all they're doing is reflecting and mirroring what you do, because they're sizing you up to see what your needs are, to see what your weaknesses are. And then once they get inside, they're going to destroy you. So the best thing to do is that if you see somebody who's superficial, always dressed impeccably, always very charming type of person, right? But you get a feeling like something's not right about this person, it's better to acknowledge that feeling and run. Literally run. Don't even get started with that person. Narcissists are usually great in bed, right? So they're usually, in the beginning, they're great in bed. You know, it's the most amazing experience, right? But as a relationship goes on, it goes, right? Because they're great because they're trying to get something from you, right? And then once they get it, or once they destroy you, or once they feel like there's whatever it was that you were giving them, that they felt like they could benefit from you in the beginning, once they get it, or once you stop giving it, they'll cut you off, right? They'll completely cut you off, okay? Find somebody else, right? Okay, and you'll be left there wondering what happened and why. And they'll be cold and cruel. A narcissist is cold and cruel. They don't care how you feel, right? So if you notice that you're being treated, this is another thing about a narcissist. When you try to talk to a narcissist about how you feel about what they did to you or what they said, they'll deny it, right? I didn't say that. Or they'll find a way to turn it on you. Okay, they will never accept responsibility for what they say to you, or even for what they did. They'll always make an excuse, and then you'll be the bad person, or they'll talk to you like you're crazy, or try to make you think that you're crazy, right? That's, if you find somebody doing that to you who doesn't acknowledge how you feel, okay, most likely they're a narcissist, and you should run. right? Don't try to work it out. At least I wouldn't try to work it out. That's what I did. Even now, run because a narcissist can destroy you. And oftentimes, narcissists are so good in bed, they're so charming, right? They size you, that they're excellent at sizing you up to find out what you need to feel good and how to hurt you. And you tell them information, you share things about your life. And then they're going to use that, hold it over your head and punish you, even tell other people or threaten to tell other people, right? You cannot win with a narcissist. So that's why I just run, okay? And all the people in my family, all the people that I've met in business and everything else like that, once I realize they're a narcissist, I'm done. And I don't forgive people anymore. But one thing I found out in my life is that the people who have harmed me was because I gave them the chance by forgiving them, right? And I was so stupid because at that time, I was into religion, right? And Christianity, the JW religion, okay? And forgiveness is a big part of Christianity. And I eventually realized that forgiving people, gives them opportunity to continue to harm you. And they think you're stupid, but it also leaves you defenseless. It took me decades to realize that. I outpoked the Pope when I was a Christian, and that's the truth. But now I don't forgive. I don't hold grudges, right? But I'm not giving you a chance to damage me again. That's out, right? So, but some people say you should forgive, right? But for me, in my experience in life, forgiving only hurts you. And some people say, okay, well, that's against the New Testament. But, you know, if that's what you feel, okay. I'm only saying that in my life, forgiving people has done me a great deal of damage, right? So what I do is I accept what the person did to me and I move on, right? But I don't give them another chance to harm me. And it appears to me that that's the way it should be, you know? And I have no regrets because right now I'm at peace in my life. I'm blissful. I don't have every material thing that I want, right? I want all the blessings, all of them. But I'm happy inside and I'm content with my life, you know? And I don't have any regrets. And, you know, I'm thankful. In that sense, I'm thankful because dealing with so many narcissists and having to go through the trauma, the pain that they caused in my life, and then being able to survive it. And now that I know the psychology behind it, yeah, it's a source of confidence for me now. And now when I run into a narcissist, it doesn't bother me, right? And I'm not caught off guard or I'm not suckered into a relationship with a narcissist anymore. But I know narcissists right now, right? And I deal with them when I have to, but I don't take them personally, right? I don't take them personally. But anyway, that's all I got to say about narcissism today. But maybe if people like this video, maybe I can do more about narcissism rather. Not my experiences, but talk about specific topics like gaslighting or flying monkeys, or different strategies that narcissists use to reel you in, right? So yeah, and have some fun with me. This is a fun topic. And if anybody has a narcissistic experience that they want to share, if you are healed enough to share, and if it's not going to harm anybody, usually I think it's better to, well, let me leave that alone. But yeah, if you want to discuss something that you're over, put it in the comment, and yeah, I'll read it. And if you want me to say something about it, but it's not medical advice, it'll just be my opinion, my experience, right? And we can have some fun if y'all like this type of topic. My goal is to go live 3 times a day, so I'm trying to discipline myself. And the difficult part about it is that I don't know what topics to do, right? I don't really like making these videos. I feel uncomfortable. But anyway, I have to deal with it because I need to grow the YouTube channel in order to grow Zion Law School, because I want to reach all of Yasharala all over the world. And the best way I can do it is through social media right now, because unfortunately, most people will not let me on their platform, on their channel, to do interviews and stuff like that. But it's okay, right? I just developed this one starting from scratch. So if you watch this video this far and you enjoy it, or you think somebody else might benefit from hearing this video, either to get a laugh, right, or to just to have someone who can relate to their experience or whatever, please share this video, because it's not just helping Zion Law School, but we're in this together. So the more people who return to the Most High, the faster we can get the blessings that the Most High promised us in Deuteronomy, well, in the contract, okay, Deuteronomy chapter 28. So we're in it together. So let's work as a nation. Share the video, like the video, and comment. So if you share, like, and comment, then the YouTube algorithm will distribute the video to more people. And it's all about reaching more people, because you know Deuteronomy chapter 28, I'm sorry, Deuteronomy chapter 30. Matter of fact, let me read it. This is why you should share. I'll show you, I'll give you a scripture to why you should share, like, share, and comment on this video. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30. Deuteronomy chapter 30. Okay. All right. Verse 1. It says here, Deuteronomy chapter 30. And when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curses, where do we learn about the blessings and the curses? Deuteronomy chapter 28, other places too, but primarily the contract, the blessings and the curses are Deuteronomy chapter 28. Okay, so let me start over. Deuteronomy 30, verse 1. And when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before you, right? He said it before us in the contract, and you call them to mind. So what does it mean, and you call them to mind? That means you learn about them, right? You learn about them. So how are people going to learn if they're not taught? So we have to distribute. I'm asking you to distribute, like, share, and subscribe and comment, because that will distribute this video so that people can hear about Deuteronomy chapter 28, come to the class I'm offering, and then learn about the contract, not the English part, but the Hebraic meaning of the contract. By contract, I mean the covenant that was given to Moses, okay? So I teach the Hebraic meaning, the grammar, the part of speech, and the etymology of every word in Deuteronomy chapter 28. So you're going to come out with a thorough understanding of the contract the Most High have with our people. So let me continue with this. I'm enjoying this. Okay, verse 30 again. And when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse, That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, which I've set before you, and you call them to mind. That means somebody's got to teach you, right? And I'm going to teach you what this contract says from the Hebraic meaning of the words, okay? You're going to learn how to translate. Even in 4 weeks, you're going to learn how to speak the original Hebrew words, the Ibrayat or Ibrayatha. I'll teach you how to speak it. Not only that, but I'm going to teach you how the words are constructed. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, so on and so forth. And then I'm going to teach you the etymology of the Hebrew word on top of the English, okay? So you have a complete, not a complete in 4 weeks, but you have a very good understanding. And this is just the basics. I go further than that. Okay, this is at the minimum of what you're gonna get. Let me read some of the comments, hold on. Flying monkeys, what? Yeah, I'm gonna do a video and I'll talk about that. It's funny. But the flying monkeys are the flying monkeys are the ones who really, really break your heart, right? So let's see. Akada, thank you for being transparent. I consider myself a chronic ambivert, more introvert. I have not a clue as to what some of these terms mean, but I do have the gift of cut you off. I know that's right. All praises to the Most High. Cutting people off is a gift. It is a gift. I agree with you 100%. It is a gift. And in fact, I bet you would agree with me that everybody should practice that a little bit more, right? Cutting people off. So let's go back. I'm going back to why you should like and share this video, okay? So, and when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse which I have set before you, and you call them to mind among all the nations where the Most High, your power, has driven you. So see, this is our time. You're going to learn about Deuteronomy chapter 28 in the land of your captivity, right? In the land of your captivity, you're going to learn the contract. If you're Yasharallah, you're going to be introduced to the contract, okay? How many Hebrew Israelite organizations or camps are teaching the contract? How many? Think about that. How many are teaching the contract? How many? Most are teaching their doctrine. Okay, so let's continue. The doctrine is not contract. Okay, the doctrine is not contract. Let's go to verse 2. Okay, let me start again. And you called them to mind among the nations where the Most High, your power, has driven you. See, we're in captivity. And this is verse 2. And the Most High, your power, you and your children. Wait a minute, hold on. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. Okay, and 2. Oh, Bonnie, I messed that up. Let me start over, y'all. I'm going to start in the middle of verse 1. Okay, I'm going to start at the top. And when all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse which I have set before you, and you call them to mind among the nations where the Most High, your power, has driven you, verse 2, and return. See, and return. And return to the Most High, your power. So that means that you learned about the contract, the covenant. You learned Deuteronomy 28. And once you learn it, you made a decision to return to the Most High, right? You made a decision to return to the Most High, but only after you learn about Deuteronomy chapter 28, the contract. Okay, of course, the contract includes the instructions or the commandments, right? So this is why you should like and share, comment, and subscribe to this video to get the word out. Okay, now it continues to say, and you return to the Most High, your power, and you and your children obey his voice in all that I command you today. Okay, so the only way you can obey the Most High's voice is by learning this contract. Okay, and notice what it says. It says what I command you today. Now, he was talking with Moses, right? Moses was the mediator. So today means now, not yesterday, not the future, but today means now. Okay. So we have to do what the Most High told Moses per the contract. That's why he always says that I am commanding you today. Okay. So the only way we're going to learn that is to learn what the contract says. And I can tell you right now that much of what we read in English is not what the meaning is in the original Ibriya, in the original Hebrew language. Okay, it is not. But don't take my word for it. Let me show you, let me prove it to you. Come to class. It doesn't cost you anything. I think the link is in the description here in this video. I think I put it there. All you have to do is click on the link and come to class every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Saturdays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's continue. Okay, and you return to the Most High with all your heart and with all your soul. So what that means Hebraically, it means return with sincerity, without hypocrisy, with complete commitment, not perfection, with sincerity and complete commitment, not perfection, right? Not perfection. But when you come to class, I'll explain exactly what that means. Okay. But what I want you to understand now is that you don't have to follow the law perfectly, right? You just have to be sincere and fully committed. Okay, so let's continue. Verse 3. This is what I want you to focus on. Verse 3. Then, see, you learn the contract, the blessings and the curses. You learn it. Then you make a decision. Because once you learn Deuteronomy chapter 28, once you learn the instructions or the commandments, and you learn the blessings and the curses, then you're gonna say, you know what? I'm Yasharallah, right? I ascend from Yasharallah. Then you're gonna say, well, I want to return to the Most High, or you're gonna say, I don't want to return to the Most High, right? But if you decide you want to return to the Most High, you and your family, that means you have to teach your children, right? That's what we heard. And the only way you're going to teach your children is if you already know, right? So you have to come to class. I guarantee you what you're going to learn in class is nothing that you've ever experienced or heard. Okay, and you're going to get it from the Hebrew and you're going to see it yourself. I do not talk and preach. Okay, ask any scholar. I don't talk and preach. I show you from source documents. Okay, and you participate and you think. I don't tell you anything. You do the thinking. I teach you to analyze, or I help you to sharpen your analytical skills, develop them, develop your presentation skills, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, let's continue. This is what I want you to focus on. Verse 3. Then the Most High, your power, will restore your fortunes. See that? Fortunes, what's that? That's wealth, that's money. That's land. Okay, that's land. Okay. In other words, our estate. When we go through this process, learning about the contract, teach our children, right? We return. Okay. And then the Most High will make the decision. Okay, well, they proved that they're sincere, right? They proved that they're fully committed. Then the Most High says, well, I'm going to step in now and return your fortunes. So you know how life was for Solomon. Nobody ate better than Solomon. Nobody had more gold than Solomon. Okay, so we know what those blessings are. They're written. If y'all don't know what the blessings are, go to Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, right? We're going to have a lavish lifestyle. Captains of industry, captains of finance, leaders of innovation, okay, priests and kings. So this is what it is, okay? This is what the Most High is promising us. This is what should motivate us, Okay, so verse 3. So if we do all of these things, and I'm going to start reading, then the Most High, your power, will restore your fortunes and have mercy on you. Right? He's going to have mercy on you as a result of this, not something else. Right? The mercy on you comes from what we just read. And the Most High is going to restore our fortunes that he gave our ancestors. That means our own land, so on and so forth. And it goes on to say, and the Most High will gather you again from all the peoples where the Most High, your power, has scattered you. If your outcasts are in the outermost parts of heaven, from there the Most High will gather you, and from there he will take you. And the Most High, your power, will bring you into the land your forefathers possessed. That means we go back to the promised land, right? That you may possess it, and he will make you, notice this, and he will make you more prosperous and numerous than your forefathers or your ancestors. So Most High is going to give us more than what he even gave our ancestors. All we have to do is return to the Most High. So when you like, share, and comment on this video, you distribute it to more people who are Yasharala, right? Who want to return to the Most High. They want to learn about the contract. They may not even know that they want to learn, right? But when you do that, you push this out to them, and now they have the opportunity to come and learn and return. And the more of us who return, the faster we get into the promised land. That means we get these curses off of us, right? And then we get the blessings on us. So, but it's all up to what you do, right? The Most High blesses the work of our hands. He makes that, what that means is this: what we do, the Most High will make it succeed. That's what that means. So like and share the video, right? Let's act as a nation and get all my videos. It's not about me, right? It's not about me. It's about us getting this information and returning to the Most High, because we're all in it together, right? I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper, okay? What I get, you get. And what you get, I get. That's according to the contract. All right, so let's see. Okay, and then it continues. It says, and the Most High will make you more prosperous and more numerous than your forefathers. And the Most High, your power, will circumcise your heart and the hearts of your offspring. So that means the Most High is going to put it in our heart to be able to follow the Most High's instructions. Let's be like an automatic pilot. Won't take any effort, any thought. We just do it automatically, right? So that you will love the Most High, your power, with all your heart and with all your soul, that you may live. Okay, but here's the kicker: not for us, but for them. 7, and the Most High, your power, will put all of these curses on your foes, your enemies. Okay, the Most High is going to do the big payback, right? He's going to take revenge. Okay, but everything starts with us learning the contract, us learning the instructions, Deuteronomy chapter 28, Hebraically. That's where it all starts. And then we return. Okay, so this puts us on the path of not only becoming lavishly wealthy, but the curse is being turned on our enemies. Okay, in other words, we get justice. Okay, and the Most High will put all these curses on your foes and enemies who persecuted you, right? So these people who are killing us in the streets, who are doing everything they can to make us poor, right? Using public policy, city codes to make us poor, send our children to prison, put our children on drugs, right? Sending drugs in our community, forcing us to do illegal activities, destroying our families, destroying the perception of ourselves in our own mind and how other people see us, destroying our ability to have a healthy relationship with people, destroying our drinking water, our food source. Genocide, right? Justice. All right, so let's see what else. Okay, verse 8. And you shall again obey the voice of the Most High, your power, and keep all his commandments that I am commanding you today. And the Most High will make you abundantly prosperous in all the work of your hands. See that? The Most High will make sure that all the work we do becomes abundantly prosperous. That's why I like to say lavish lifestyle, extreme success. That's what that is. This is what the Most High is offering us, extreme success. I want that, okay? I want that, and we're supposed to want that, okay? Because that's what he's offering us. All right, okay. So I'm gonna stop there, right? Well, no, let me skip down a little bit. So it continues. For the Most High will again take delight in prospering you. So Most High is gonna feel happy. He's gonna be excited, enthusiastic, right? He's gonna feel good about giving us a lavish lifestyle, extreme wealth, okay? Extreme. I'm gonna read it again. It says, for the Most High will again take delight in prospering you, as he took delight in your fathers, when you obey the voice of the Most High, your power, and keep his commandments and his statutes that are written in this book of the law. Okay, in this book of the law. When you turn to the Most High, your power, with all your heart and with all your soul. So when you return to the Most High with sincerity and complete commitment, this is what the Most High is offering us, right? That's what he's offering us. That's per the contract. It's Deuteronomy chapter 30. So that's the basis, the scriptural basis for me to ask you to request that you help reach our people. So like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. We're all in this together. So let's return to the Most High, and remember, the Most High is offering us a very lavish lifestyle, extreme wealth, and justice, okay? So I'm gonna end the video right here. If anybody wants to ask me anything or say something, go ahead and do it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna end the video. And I just wanna say I appreciate everybody for coming in, for commenting. I'm just now getting this channel started, and hopefully we can get the subscribers up quickly. I think I need 1,000, and then I'll be able to use, I don't even really know how to use this platform. I think I need 1,000 subscribers before I can use my cell phone. But once I get my cell phone, like the 1,000 subscribers, then I can use my cell phone and do videos outside. For those of you who may not know, I live in Vietnam, and there's a lot to see in Vietnam. There's a lot to see and learn about Vietnam. And when you come to class, I'll discuss some of that with you. So yeah, and you're invited. Also, check out the books, the Phoenician Hebrew books that I've written on zionlawschool.org. I forgot the language, but so you'll find 911, Ibriath Rescue, Biblical Phoenician Hebrew, right? The I Can Read series. And I've written a lot of books. So check out my books, come to class. And if you want to buy something or support the work that I'm doing, I would appreciate that. But I'm inviting you, everybody, come to class. 4 free classes. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to pay anything. Nothing at all. No obligation. Saturdays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, okay, I don't see any more comments, so I'm gonna end the video right now. So thanks everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. My goal is to do 3 live streams per day. So I'm going to try to discipline myself enough to do it. I'll improve as I go. I'll get comfortable as I go. So Kwama Yasharala,